I need y'all to like the video, comment if you feel like it, and turn on your post notifications so the next time I drop, you can see it.
So what do you suggest the women in the West do if everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced that said by 2030 or something, 50% of women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading, because the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then two, the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle, their options dwindle, their options dwindle.
What I think about it is that it's like a great correction. So if you know anything about the economy, in order for the economy to stabilize, it has to go through a recession. When it comes to women not understanding the value of what men are or who men are, they have to go through a recession of men. And then it resets their aptitude for what is valuable in a man, naturally.
Let me be 100% brutally honest. How old are you?
40.
40?
Yeah.
You got a kid?
Absolutely, yeah.
No man's coming to pay your bills. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not happening.
But it's happening.
No, I'm gonna tell you what.
Nowadays it is.
It's happening, and it's been happening.
Hold on. Is it happening right now? This
yes.
A man's paying 100% of your bills right now.
Well, no, he doesn't live with me, so I'm not asking for 100%. We don't live together. We just...
Okay, I'm just telling you. All right, you just a fuck around, but I'm not attacking you.
Because I want to be a fuck around, because I don't want to fuck around with him like that.
Do you really want to be a fuck around?
Yeah, for him right now, absolutely. It's nothing playing. Nobody in here can say to make me feel no kind of way about what I decide to do with me. Hold on. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Don't take this as personal attack. I'm not. Because we're not trying to make none of y'all feel no type of way.
Yeah.
We just giving you the honest truth as men.
From your opinion.
No, from men, period. Because you can read the comments when the video's over, right?
Mm-hmm. But they're still not all the men in the world.
No, look, when I'm speaking on the men, I mean the men you want. Not just the guy that's a fuck around that you like, I don't even want to take serious. We're speaking on a guy that you want.
I don't want to take it serious because of my personal situation.
Don't cut me off.
Do you want somebody to take serious?
Eventually I do. But right now I'm not in a position to do that.
So when he's speaking on somebody that you want to take serious. He's not speaking from respect of who you're dealing with now. So don't personalize it. He's speaking in general. When you find this person that you want to take serious, that's the position he's speaking from. He's not speaking because you got somebody to fuck around. Right. When you find somebody that you don't want to fuck around with,
okay, I'm gonna let him speak because
all of y'all
I promise whatever he says is not gonna apply to me. But go ahead.
It applies to you because it's your reality right now. That's how it applies.
It's been that way, CG.
But listen to what I'm saying. Your reality right now.
Yeah.
You don't have a man living with you.
No.
You don't have a man paying all your bills. That's your reality. You're speaking on a want. And then you're saying, well, I don't want it now, as if you can just go out and get it whenever you want. And men are telling you, wait a minute, y'all are being delusional because no, you can't, because we're the ones giving it to you. So even though you feel, okay, when I'm ready, because I'm not ready right now, I'm just going to go out and get it. First of all, you're 40. You're only getting older.
I don't look 40. You laughing, but I don't look 40, so that doesn't matter.
It matters.
It don't. I promise you.
You know why it matters?
Yeah. Please tell me why.
Because you don't look 40, but there's somebody who actually is not 40. And I'm going to go pay her bills because she's not 40. She doesn't have any kids.
That's you.
Let me ask you something.
That's you.
Okay, let me ask you one question. What is the benefit of him paying your bills, a 40-year-old with a kid, versus a 25-year-old with no kids?
The age has never came up, so I don't. Maybe I should ask him because the age has never.
No, I know. I'm asking you. Yeah. So just say.
I don't know. It's whatever he has the ability to do. If he wants to go pay, if he wants to pay whatever I ask him to pay, and then he's paying a 25-year-old's bills too.
No,
that's none of my business.
No, you're missing the question. I said because you said you could go get it, right? Like, okay,
it's already there. I just choose not to flip the coin because of my personal. I'm giving all my attention to my daughter right now. I don't have it to give to a man.
Right. So that's why he's not going to pick you. I'm not paying your bills and you can't give me all your attention.
That's fine.
He's okay.
Right. Yeah, that's fine.
No, but she's saying, when I'm ready, I'm going to go get it.
When her daughter grows up and like live her own life and find her own husband or something like that, then who's going to be sitting there? What man's going to be like a shelf item and just going to be sitting there waiting on you to make your decision?
No, he probably won't.
Not the men that you want.
I'm going to be realistic. He probably, the guy that we're speaking of, he probably won't be waiting, right? And I don't expect him to. I understand. Who the fuck do I think I am? You just don't sit and wait for me. No, yeah, but I want to be clear though that because you guys have your opinions and then you know the statistics and all that, but there are still those certain guys that don't go by that same thing.
Let me tell you, those are the guys you don't see. This is the insanity with women. This is the insanity.
Why am I
right?
insane?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because men will sit here and tell you this is how we think. You guys will say, no, it's not. This is how you think. But you're a woman telling men how we think. We're literally telling you this is how we think.
I never disputed how you think.
But all of y'all all men are the same? No.
For
the same.
For the most part, yes.
No. So why do we need all y'all? We just need one. Let me tell you.
For the most part, yes. We're more similar than we are.
There is a difference from West Coast to men that's born in the South.
Yes.
Huge difference.
Yeah, and East Coast.
No, seriously. You talking South, you talking very well mannered.
So we're talking about
you're talking characteristics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I am.
Not how we pick our lifestyles. The way we pick women.
But none of y'all the same. I feel like every man has their own
mind.
Oh, you're saying it's easy. You gonna pick? Men are always gonna pick the easier thing for them.
No, yes, we don't want.
That's
not easy. Not easy.
Men are always gonna pick what's easy for them. So you having a daughter and spending time with your daughter,
it's not gonna make them choose me.
That's too difficult for them.
But mind you,
so they gonna pick a 25-year-old.
But mind you, in the last 2 years of a couple of guys that I've dated have asked me to have their baby because they see how I raise my kids.
So I'm just gonna say this.
That's not cap. I promise that's not cap.
And you probably ain't even gotta sleep with them. They just know how you carry yourself.
They're single.
She on that delusion juice hard, man, that copium. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to give her the accountability that she's avoiding.
If your man woke you up at 2 a.m., he said, baby, can you cook me a meal? Would you cook your man a meal if he woke you up at 2 a.m.?
No. Just being honest.
What about you, Kiki?
It all depends on how I'm feeling.
All right, it depends.
Oh, another depends.
It depends on the situation.
Here's another question. If an intruder broke inside the house, would you or would you not expect your man to go downstairs and handle that break at the door? Natasha.
Absolutely.
Allie.
Yes.
Kiki.
All I'm saying is if you don't, it's over after that.
Yeah, I would expect that.
What I've heard was that a woman's wifey duty is based off her feelings, right? It depends on how I feel. But the man's duty of protecting you, it's mandatory. How is it a fair deal?
These podcast bros never get tired of their gotcha questions and their false equivalencies because neither of these scenarios have anything to do with the other. The first scenario, it takes an incredibly selfish man to wake a woman up at 2 a.m. in the morning to make him a meal as if his hunger is more important than her sleep. What is it exactly that you guys think that you get when you marry a woman? Who told you that a wifely duty is 24-hour meals? And with the second scenario, if there really is an intruder downstairs, he's not just coming for me, he's coming for both of us. That is self-preservation for you to get down there and tussle with this man. And for the men that think there's nothing wrong with the man waking a woman up at 2 a.m. to make him a meal, this grass needs to be cut. Can I wake you up at 2 a.m. to go cut it? And also, my car's been making a really weird noise. Can I wake you up at 2 a.m. to go fix it? No? Well, then don't ask me to make no meal until 2 o'clock in the morning. No, sir. I also want to say this. When he mentions that a woman's duties are based on her feelings and a man protecting a woman is mandatory, sometimes it is the man that puts the woman in harm's way based on how he's feeling. Men get mad and put a woman out on the highway. Sometimes they get mad and put a woman out in the middle of the night. Like sometimes it is a man who gets caught up in his feelings and he'll put a woman's life in danger. Stop acting like it's only women who sometimes put their duties aside because of how they feel. And keep in mind, making you meals at 2 a.m. is not one of her duties. And last but not least, men can be very emotional. But a woman's always supposed to put her feelings to the side and do what's best for her partner. But men do not always do the same.
I'm willing to bet she's single. I'm willing to bet she is single as a Pringle. No lie.
There's a difference between man and woman. I could look at myself like, yo, man, I'm a little heavy right now. I got a lot of shit on my schedule, but once I get it right, I'm going to get to it. Somebody else said, you ain't lying. I need to go to the gym. But on that same spin, though, if you say that to a woman, men can't even say it to their woman at home. You're supposed to love me for how I am.
Now, what you say is how you say it.
A man could say, yo, babe, let's go to the gym together. What you trying to say? I'm fat?
There is no way to tell your significant other that they have gained weight. Men have tried in a variety of ways, and it always comes off.
They can send you to the gym with them, and you still gonna, you want to go ahead and look at bitches.
Don't fall for the tone policing. That's a boundary that you have to always defend, because if they try to play that it's not what you say, it's how you say it, bullshit ass game, then you've already lost the battle. You've already lost the war pretty much, because they can always pivot and hide behind that. Oh, you said it to me the wrong way. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. No, never fall for the tone policing.
Because when I say stuff like, you're single till you're married, ain't no ring on my finger, I can do whatever I want.
This is the reason why I say there is a difference between being in a relationship with somebody versus intentionally dating with a goal in mind. No shade towards her. I just don't think the ideology helps anybody when you're really trying to date somebody. Just picture men and women both believing that they're both single until they actually get married when they're in a relationship. If you are teammates and you're both playing defense against one another, how do you expect to score? Now, I do admit, should you sacrifice and give so much of yourself to a person that is not reciprocating with you in a relationship? Absolutely not. But I do believe when you're dating, it's like auditioning for a role, and you must show and prove in order to earn that position. But there's one issue. People know how to get people, but they don't know how to keep them. People don't know how to sustain or maintain any type of healthy relationship. Some people only like you, only have feelings for you. And to me, it takes more than feelings and even love for a relationship to work, even if you want to get married. You have to have a goal in mind. You have to be disciplined, and you have to work together. And to the men and women watching this, to stop premature pain. To my ladies, if you know that you want to be a wife, stop trying to be a wife to a man that you know is not capable of being a husband. To my fellas, if you know that you want to be a husband, stop giving yourself to a woman that is not a wife. You cannot expect success when you are putting people in position that do not deserve to be there. A woman doesn't make a good wife by her washing your clothes, or cooking your meals. I can wash my own clothes. I can make my own meals. What makes a good wife to me is, are you kind? Are you caring, nurturing? Are you God-fearing? Do you support me the way I support you? You show up and show out for me. Are you a good person? A woman's worth isn't just based off of what she can do for a man. It's about who she is as an individual just as much. And a husband is more than just a provider. He has to be a man of quality. So much more. All I can say is this: be who you hope to find, so you can find who you hope to be. Peace.
You have to think of relationships as like small investments. Most investments don't pan out, but it's that one investment that you do that blows everything up, and it covers all the investments that you've made before. So when I approach a relationship, I'm going to invest a little bit into them. I have to gauge how much I want to invest. But, you know, once I'm done investing and I see that it's not going to, you know, turn into a return for me, any ROI, I can go ahead and safely be okay with the loss and move on. If you approach a relationship like that, not so much thinking of what you can get out of that person versus how much value you can add to that person, and they begin to reciprocate, then you have a relationship that's built on giving versus a relationship that's built on sacrifice.
If she doesn't go at least a little bit psycho on you from time to time, does she really love you, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of real, bro. Like, not all the time, but some of the time.
Check this out.
And the reason why I be telling y'all not to trip about these men and whatnot is because I work in the healthcare field. I've been in the healthcare field since I was 18 years old. They're dying alone. They're dying alone. The women that's in these places, their daughters are coming to see them every 2 weeks. I am the one who is right there when some of these men are taking their last breath. Guess what? Nobody showed up for them. Not their kids, not their wives, not their grandkids. Nobody came for them because why? They were not good men while they were alive. They're gonna continue dying alone. That's why I tell y'all don't trip. I'm physically seeing it on a daily basis, watching them all go by themselves. That's why I don't be worried about these men talking, because baby, I watch y'all every day go by yourselves with nobody on y'all side.
I'm seeing these types of videos more and more on social media of women pretty much gloating about men dying alone in nursing homes. And then we see the comments. He got what he deserved. It's karma. This is what happens to bad men. Really? Because a man is alone in a nursing home? Here's the thing. I already could have assumed that this would be happening. But not for the reasons you think. A man's contributions are rarely, if ever, appreciated.
But before we continue, I need y'all to like this video, okay? Just like it, all right?
At any age. So what would lead one to believe that an old man wouldn't be tossed aside like a broken ATM. But he was worthwhile when he was in his prime, right? Breaking his back, working his fingers to the bone for his family, or serving his country. Because a lot of guys in nursing homes are veterans that have been cast aside. So now that they're old, they no longer serve any value to the women in their lives. You just throw them in a nursing home and don't come see them anymore. You know what? I'm not surprised, because this happens to men in their youth. But what I am surprised by are the predominantly women who come onto social media apps to basically gloat that men are dying alone, like it's some kind of gotcha moment. Many women don't care about males in their youth, middle age, in their old age. They barely treat young men right, who are providing. What do you think is going to happen when he's old and can no longer provide for his family and can no longer provide to females? But I bet you if he was still raking in the dough, you might be going to see him, bringing him flowers, shaving his beard, getting his hair done. I don't see any compassion from anyone that's making these types of videos. And it's pretty much aligned with what we're already seeing out here on a regular basis. Males are so devalued in our modern world. And as the saying goes, only women, children, and pets are loved unconditionally.
Men don't crave human interaction as much as women do. Like they thrive off of it. You could just tell. I've said this before, I'll say it again, just by degree choice. Women typically go into degrees that involve people.
If you invite me to your house on a late night tip and I show up with a bonnet on and Crocs, you know why I'm here. Stop playing. Don't be trying to get all into me and ask, oh, have you seen they clone Tyrone? No, I'm trying to see your Tyrone. Pull it out. Stop playing with me. I get it. Y'all be trying to be respectful. I love that. But baby, I came with the bonnet already on. Now ain't the time. If I would have came with my spend the night bag and my bonnet and my big t-shirt and my toothbrush, okay, cool. We got some time to chill and relax. But I already came suited up. I already came with my uniform, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we wasting the time?
Man, I can respect her honesty, bro. I can 100% respect her goddamn honesty. No lie.
Weak men create masculine women, and strong men create feminine women. Like, not by force, but simply by loving well and leading well.
Being good examples of what a man should be.
A lazy, weak man creates a woman who is required to step into the role that he doesn't step into. But a strong, humble man creates a woman who is safely submitted to her husband.
Yes.
Without fear of losing who she is, without fear that she's going to be dropped. Like
Well, that's good you said that, because submission is really putting yourself in the hands of another. And I think deep down, people don't like the idea of submission because it's really a lack of trust. And can I trust that you're going to be different than the last guy or like all men? And we develop these kind of negative views.
Yes, sir.
And we're saying, well, why can't men submit to women then? And we say things like that are just out of what God designed.
Yeah, and I think we're just afraid.
I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think they're just hypergamous by nature. That's what I think it is. I don't think it has nothing to do with fear at all. I think they know exactly what they're doing and are deciding to do that. That's what I think. But
why would I want to marry someone or date someone who is constantly emotionally unpredictable? They are mentally unstable. They constantly require savings. And if you're one of those guys that you're like, man, I like chicks who need to be saved. I'm a Captain Save a Hoe. Don't be a motherfucking Captain Save a Hoe.
He only speaking facts because the only thing you're going to do is get yourself burnt out. You feel me? I need y'all to like the video, comment if you feel like it, and turn on your post notifications so the next time I drop, you can see it.